Okay, part 3. This is where we get into our dark romances. Now, the thing that I have to say about dark romance, okay? Please. I cannot stress this enough, especially if you are in book talk, like I have fallen down into book talk hole, because I did not even know book talk was a real thing until like this year. Well, in the middle of last year, actually. But it is. Read your trigger warning page. Please read your trigger warning pages, people, because the trigger warning pages gives you a hint of what is going to be mentioned in the book that you pick up and read, okay? And it is so helpful that you would read the trigger warning pages, because if you don't, you're going to go into the book blind, and then you're going to get to a scene of where it questions your morale, of course. Not even that, but it also, you start feeling uncomfortable as you're reading the book, and then you're trying to find the strength to read the book, okay? Dark romance comes in many different kinds. Of course, we have like our mafia romances, where it definitely questions like, you're okay with what these people are doing. I have read a few mafia stories in my, still to this day I read them, but what we gonna do? Good girl, bad guy. I don't know what it is. They just mix, okay? So I would say that if you want to kind of get into it, pick up you a light mafia story. Pick up you a light romance story of where the guy is in the mafia. They're not talking too crazy, because dark romance, how far deep we getting into the dark romance, it's gonna make those stories look like children. So you kind of want to psych yourself up for a little bit of the stuff. Yes, if you pick up 50 Shades of Grey, it is going to kind of get you prepared for some of the stuff that is going to be mentioned on those trigger warning pages, because some of the acts are a bit sexual. Okay, I'm gonna be transparent with you guys. Some of the stuff that's on those trigger warning pages are sexual stuff that is being talked about, because it's going to be in a scene, okay? If you are not comfortable with 50 Shades of Grey, don't even pick you up a dark romance novel, okay? Don't even do it. Stay vanilla, baby. The ones who know. So one of the very first intense, like, dark romance that I picked up was Haunting Adeline. This is book 2. I told my sister for Christmas I wanted the book, and I didn't know it was 2 books until I looked it up. And I thought that I was sending her the link to book 1, but I sent her the link to book 2, of course. And I told my mom that I wanted book 1, so she was going to get that for me. But she said it was going to take a minute, so I found book 1 on Kindle Unlimited. And some of my books are on Kindle Unlimited, so please excuse me. Next time I do this, I will definitely have a list, or I'll do the recommendations on my iPad, so I can have my phone, so I can show you the covering and everything like that. So I read Haunting Adeline, book 1, and I loved it. I read the trigger warning page, okay, but I still loved the book. I wasn't too bothered by the acts in it, because I knew it is fantasy. I know that the author really does not condone what is being done with her, what she has written her 2 characters to do. So I know it is fantasy. Okay. Now, on to a book that I am currently reading. It is The Ritual. Now, I have seen this book all over TikTok. Okay. So I was like, okay, I wanted to kind of read it. I sat there and I read the description, and I was like, okay, a little intense. It seems like it's gonna be a little intense, but hey, I wanted to see what all the hype was about. I read my trigger warning page. Page and everything, and then I read the prologue. I have never had this happened to me before, other than in the Zodiac Academy, of where a prologue, well, the Zodiac Academy doesn't even have a prologue, guys. Don't even have one. But I have never had a book of where I open up to the prologue and it instantly sucks me in. And that is what The Ritual did to me. It sucked me in. I love like the character development. I love like the romantic development that the two characters have got into at this point in the story. I haven't finished reading it. But I will say, in my opinion, it kind of makes Haunted Adeline look like a little child walking in the park. Okay, like The Ritual, I want to say that is for like people who want like dark. It does mention like some sexual plays of where you guys might not feel comfortable with it. So I would definitely say The Ritual is not for the light of heart. It's not for the faint of heart. Okay. Even some of the acts that they doing got me blushing a little bit. But like I said, one thing that the author pointed out is that this is a fantasy. That is what she says on her trigger warning page. She says this is a fantasy. This is not even fantasy. This is fictional. Okay, guys, this is fictional. She does not condone the acts that she is writing about. She's just writing to give people like that bit of a people who like dark romances in there. Okay, so she does not condone the acts that she has, some of the acts that she has mentioned. But yeah, like the reason why I say like, pick you up something like a mafia story. Heck, even pick you up 50 Shades of Grey. Because 50 Shades of Grey, E.L. James, she sat there and opened up a door. Okay, she opened up a door to a whole new genre of book writing, which is BDSM. Okay, and it seemed like after the movie came out and after people read 50 Shades of Grey, a lot of people started coming out the woodworks writing books that do mention the same stuff, the same acts that Anna and Christian are going into doing and stuff like that. So, pick up a couple of those stories because I feel like they kind of prepare you for the ritual. Okay? They kind of prepare you for the ritual. Yeah, they kind of prepare you for the ritual. All of these books that I mentioned, you can definitely get off of Amazon. I know that most of them are in Barnes and Noble. The Zodiac Academy series, I know that for sure is in Barnes and Noble because I ended up getting books 3, 4, and 5 in Barnes and Noble, but they did not have books 1 and 2, so I had to get those off of Amazon. And I still have to get some more. I still have to get the complete series because in April she's coming out with the final book of the series, and I have yet to even read book 5. I haven't read book 5. So, yeah. I'm going to hurry up and read The Ritual and then jump into the Zodiac series. Like, I got my friend hooked on Darcy and Tracy, and I'm pretty sure she waiting on me to get back to reading it so she can know what happens. But it's getting intense. I've read the Zodiac Academy series books within like 3 days of picking them up. Yeah, I'm a fast reader. Because it's like if I'm not doing schoolwork, going to choir rehearsal, going to church, and going to work, I am reading. On my breaks, I am reading. Heck, if I could get paid to read, I would definitely apply to that job. I would definitely apply because that's my dream job, to get paid to read. Like, come on now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little 3-part. Of course, I'm nervous. I will get better. I do have like a whole entire bookshelf of books. My addiction is books. Okay, I have an addiction to books. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to probably touch on some books that have been floating around TikTok. I know the Zodiac Academy series and the Daughter of the Pirate King series and stuff that I have not seen on TikTok, as well as Crave, the After series, Once Upon a Broken Heart. Like, it's a lot of books that I have not seen on TikTok. So bye guys. So here's where I'm ending it. Until next time when I pick up some more books and have more books to read for you guys. Bye.